Everything that has ever happened in the lives of both people prior to the initial meeting has prepared them for each other. They will have similar karmic needs, and the new relationship will allow them to continue to learn what they need to learn. Okay, Richard, what's the second kind of soulmate? Dharmic bond soulmates share a goal. Everything I said about karmic companions also applies here. But the couple comes together combining their energy to accomplish a joint task. At the point the shared goal is launched, established, or complete, the couple will have fulfilled their duty to themselves and each other. From then on, their future together depends upon how they have karmically structured the relationship. It can be locked in, open-ended, or destined to end. "What is Dharma?" asked the talk show host as he poured 2 cups of black coffee, passing one over to me. For a moment I thought I might even have him interested. "Dharma is your duty to yourself and society. Karma conditions you through all your experiences to create the character required to fulfill your Dharma." He looked at me as if I were speaking Chinese, but he didn't interrupt, so I continued with my explanations of the third kind of soulmate relationship. Counterpart soulmates experience a loving, supportive relationship in which the partners share their lives with each other without conflict. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't have problems. It is just that the problems will not be with each other. Most likely, they will have shared a long lineage of prerequisite lifetimes, and I feel that both people will have attained very close or matching vibrational rates. In other words, they harmonize with each other, and the relationship is a karmic reward that will usually last for a lifetime, and maybe into future lifetimes if they will it to be. "Does predestined love always mean a soulmate relationship?" asked the host. "Not in the context of being lovers," I replied. "Children, family members, and important friends are also predestined." The remainder of the hour was filled with listener call-ins. Each caller wanted me to respond to his relationship situation. Every phone line was tied up with callers awaiting their turn. The show host had asked that I answer the questions as quickly as possible so more people could be answered rather than dealing in depth with just a few. This allowed me to make a philosophical point or two, but certainly didn't serve the listeners. I left the station frustrated, as I had many times before in other programs in other cities. After doing over 400 radio and TV interview shows, I know it's impossible to win them all. I'm going to write a book about this. In the weeks that followed, I began to assemble my research on the subject of predestined love. In the 10 years since I wrote You Were Born Again to Be Together and other metaphysical titles for pocketbooks, I've conducted metaphysical self-help seminars in approximately 24 cities per year. 75,000 people have attended these gatherings, which run from 1 evening to 7 days. The participants come in search of themselves, their earthly purpose, and a greater awareness of their human potential. At the end of each seminar, I ask the attendees to write me about their experiences, any follow-up verification they obtain, and related experiences. The request generates an incredible amount of mail. Some of the most interesting cases are followed up with phone calls in which I ask for additional information. In some situations, I arrange to work with the individuals using metaphysical investigative techniques such as past life regression, automatic writing, and psychometry. Rather than merely reprint letters and explain the situation in typical nonfiction fashion, I have chosen to dramatize the case histories in this volume based upon what I've been told and upon my follow-up interviews, investigations, and experiences. This is a different approach to a New Age book, similar to a television docudrama. The technique results in rapid reading and easy assimilation of sometimes complicated metaphysical concepts. My goal is communication pointing to liberation of the self and from the self. Each case is based upon actual situations. Only a few of the names have been changed to protect the identity of the subjects. Walk in peace, balance, and harmony.